What's up, YouTube? Erod212 here with another episode of The Back 9. Before we start this video, I want to give a big shout out to Ben C and all the staff of CBSI for allowing me to do this. If you have not checked out their website, take a look at it. As I've said it a million times, just phenomenal information put out there on a daily basis almost. So there'll be a link in the description and take a look at it. Also, if you get the opportunity, take a look at Vintage Comics and Toys. My man Phil Lee, who sets up the Back 9. That's his site. You'll see him at local cons and other stuff like that. And just a really, really good dude. But you know what? Enough of that stuff. Let's take a look at the Back 9. So this week, Phil Lee writes, Black Chrysanthemum showing up in the Book of Boba Fett has been a Star Wars comic collector and investor's dream. Black Chrysanthemum is a Wookiee bounty hunter that originated from Marvel Comics. His introduction has now opened the door for all the other Star Wars characters that have originated in comics to appear in live action. There is a ton of source material that can be used from Bronze Age comics, Dark Horse comics, and also new Marvel and IDW comics. To help the community, this panel is selecting their best investment Star Wars character that could appear in live action. We could not mention every character, so please leave your picks in the comments below. And that's the whole thing. Make your picks. Let's take a look and see what you guys can put on the information there. If you guys want to leave comments here, leave comments in their website. It's always appreciated. I'll always answer back on my comments. But you know what? Let's start with the picks. So for the first pick, Topher is going to go with Old Republic number 4. First Vitiate. So with the first pick, Topher's going to go with Old Republic number 4. First Vitiate, Valkorion. Valkorion was the host for Vitiate used to build his eternal empire. You cannot do a portrayal of Vitiate without Valkorion. They go hand in hand, and his fandom went berserk in the video games as Valkorion. This is a long spec play, but one that can rival Thrawn for a better legacy when all is said and done. Pick number 2 goes to Jack Kornblatt, who goes with a fan favorite. Darth Vader number 3, First Dr. Aphra. I'm going to go with Dr. Aphra since Marvel began publishing Star Wars again. Aphra is literally the only comic's first character to get her own book. That includes ongoing series, limited series, and one-shots. She is clearly the breakout character of the comics, and a live-action appearance is a matter of when, not if. Now, number 3 is going to go to Van Denby. And he's going to go with Star Wars Crimson Empire number 1. I'll take Kir Kanos, one of, if not the most slept-on characters in the Star Wars galaxy. His backstory is incredible, and along with Karnar Jax, the Crimson Empire series was a great read that could be great to see fleshed out on screen. This is why I enjoy series like this. I was not reading Star Wars back then. None of the Dark Horse stuff, I'm really not versed on it. So this episode to me is also an education and enlightenment where I can learn for future spec on books that I might want to be picking up. So you never know. And if you guys have, if you guys have any suggestions, let me know in the comments. Peter Renner goes with Star Wars number 4, First Sana Staros. I think it would be fun to have Sana Staros, Han's wife, and lots of crossover with Aphra in live action. So there's a Star Wars number 4, and there are a bunch of variants, including a 1 in 100 to be on the lookout for. I remember this book getting really hot, so yeah, a good book to look for. Mighty Mel V goes with Star Wars number 20, action figure variant, the first Black Chrysanthemum Scar. A lot of people are sleeping on the action figure variant of Star Wars number 20. This one is where we see Obi-Wan give Black Chrysanthemum the scar over his eye. If this happens on the screen, this Yoda cover is going to blow up. You know, there's been a lot of speculation in the community that this actual scene might happen in the Obi-Wan series. But will it happen? Let's see. But this is the time to pick up a book like that. Terry Harkness goes with Star Wars number 70, the first Dany. Dany is a big part of the Rebel Alliance in the Bronze Age Star Wars comics. So much so she had the most appearances in comic series of any of the original comic characters in the long run. Remember, Star Wars ran 155 issues. She was a big deal back in the day in Star Wars comics, and she could show up again due to her fandom. Mike Morello's going to go with Tales of the Jedi #1, the first Ulic Keldroma. It begins with the Grey character that spawns a huge amount of lore and story that could be easily mined for very compelling TV or film content. Unused stained glass art portrayal of him, Nomi Sunrider, and others in the Tales of the Jedi series were done for the Clone Wars animated series, but not used, which shows how close they were to canonizing these characters. This book is hot because Tales of the Jedi logo was seen on a gift to Star Wars employees that had logos on other projects, and they're already greenlit like Indiana Jones and Willow. That's why I call that a good spec. Remember, the same way with Lego toys and Marvel Legend figures and stuff like that, a lot of times stuff will be leaked out via product, merchandise, toys, or giveaways to be it fans at some locations or to employees that kind of seep out. Always keep your eyes and ears open to Twitter and Instagram and all the other accounts, because that's where we find out this information. Now, my man Phil goes with Star Wars High Republic #1, and this is the Panini Italian Del Auto variant, a book that I had to pick up just for the cover. This cover is stunning, and Keeve Trennis, the main character, has all the makings of what could be the next Ahsoka Tano. Many Star Wars fans know this is undervalued and a little falling under the radar because it is a foreign comic. Phil also goes with Star Wars Legacy #1. Darth Krayt established the rule of one for the new Sith Order. This series was rumored to be the next trilogy before Lucasfilm was sold to Disney. There's still some people who think that Tusken Raider kid in Boba Fett is him, so maybe a seed is planted here for Darth Krayt. So, those are the specs I like when, people are speculating on a small character that we see, and all of a sudden it leads to another series and that character evolves into a leading character. Kind of like what we're hoping with Kanan and everything else. But you know what? Only time will tell. Good pick. And now I'm going to show you guys my pick, and then I'll tell you exactly what I think. So I'm going to go with Darth Maul #2, the first appearance of Cad Bane. Although this character has already appeared in animated form, I don't think this book has hit its full potential. The same way Kanan #1 and 6 spiked after live action news, I believe this book will also see an upswing in value. So we all saw what happened in The Mandalorian when characters started appearing there. And it was hinted, and Thrawn all of a sudden is hinted on, and everything else that's coming on. They speak about Thrawn and everything else. Right away, we go back and we start thinking of other characters, Kanan being one of them. And although those characters were portrayed on animated series, the fact that they're going to be live characters makes that book spike more. I could easily see Cad Bane being a bad guy in one of these movies, and a live action of that character, that book will spike also. So that's the video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys like the picks. If you have any picks that you guys could think of that you would be looking for, please share it down in the comments and we'll all take a look at it. Thank you for everybody who's been subscribing to the channel. The road to 5,000 has begun. Stay tuned. Within the next week or two, we're going to make an announcement. I'll be making an announcement on my 4,000 sub giveaway. If you haven't, take a look at this video here and you'll get some good spec content there. And also for fun, take a look at this video. Till my next video, peace.